You're kind. Kindness is the genuine desire to help others without expectation of reward. Healers tend to be kind. Your kindness score is 9 out of 100. What about honesty? Honest monsters are known for their truthfulness, loyalty, and commitment to justice. If you're known for honesty, others will trust you more. Your honesty score is 0 out of 100. Ferocity. Sometimes you need to be cruel. Can you bring yourself to tear a wolf apart with your claws to show you're a monster? How about its cubs? Your ferocity score is 0 out of 100. Cleverness. Cleverness, wit, brain, it's how strong your mind is and how well you can suss out non-violent solutions to problems. Your cleverness score is 0 out of 100. Bravery. Bravery is your capacity to overcome fear and intimidation. One demonstrates bravery through courageous action. Your bravery score is 0 out of 100. Okay. Let's be born. You awaken in the searing season when the sun shines strongly overhead. Okay, summer. Onward. Your eyes open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from one another. Try to swim. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens his mouth to show a set of small sharp teeth. It bites you. What? Oh, stop that bite. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. You speak. Your words are simple, but some of the morsels understand you. They converge on the biter. This aggression will not stand. Your tiny slimy flotilla frightens the bad morsel away. It retreats to the far end of the spawning vat. Patrol the vat and look out for more trouble. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the spawning vat. Oh, gotta be a good person, man. Feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act out. Try to think of something. You rack your newborn brain. Wait, there. Some animal bones and sticks rotting at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. Prop up the dying morsel. You swim to the bottom. Casting about, you gather some sticks and the long curving ribs of a deer. Get them jammed together good and tight. The morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half its body is above the surface of the slime. Make sure nobody messes up what you created. You swim in circles around the rescued morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move and solidify. Help the morsel off the structure. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's a first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Wake up. Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the spawning vat. While you slept, the weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains. You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. No, don't grow up. Growing up is bad, guys. It's painful. It doesn't feel good. You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the Brood Cave and adventure. Ah. What is it? 0%. The top bit shows how many days you have left until your next stage of life, and the bottom shows how much respect you have amassed. So, okay, and what's respect? Impress other monsters and they'll talk about how amazing you are. The more respect you gain in the earlier stages of life, the greater power you'll wield later on. Oh, so it affects you later. What if I'm a shark? And always goes, no respect. Choose your adventure. Talking? Nash shows you a rock. It's the best rock in the whole cave. It looks like a bit like a sleeping rabbit, but otherwise it's ordinary. Tell her she could find better. Nash scowls and shakes the rock. You're lucky I'm not going to break this against your hard head, soft skull. Let it go. Nash storms away, waving the rock in her claw. She mutters and grumbles and spits, but doesn't want to listen. Huh. You notice a line of ants marching in and out of the cave. They seem to be building an anthill. The ants take a closer look. The art is really cute. They're red ants. They look angry. Big pincers in front, big stingers in back. Deal with them before they bite everybody. So, as you draw close to the line, some of the bigger ants click their mandibles at you. Yo. it's time to deceive them. You block off their path and using a twig, dig a new one out of the cave. Luckily for you, ants are easily fooled. They leave and don't return. Clever. What is this? Chang'il sits by herself, kicking pebbles. She's clearly upset about something. You live in the smelliest cave in the world. What could be wrong? Chang'il frowns. I had a bad dream. I cried in my sleep. Weemy heard me, and now he's telling everyone I'm a fraidy morsel. Help look for Weemy problem. Weemy is right over there by the lichen pile, chatting with Nash Nash and Blistery. Oh, okay, good. They're not randomly generated. Nash Nash is in most of these. Chang'il cringes as he waves at her. Should I confront him? Let's talk to him. You pull a claw on Weemy's shoulder and walk away from the lichen pile, smiling and chuckling. He asks you, "Did you hear about Chang'il?" Tell the story again and I'll make up something worse about you. Weemy shushes you and promises not to talk about Chang'il anymore. Okay, I was just having some fun. Well, that's not the good kind of fun. Wow, you could really be a good guy if you want. I guess you could be a total jerk also. Do you have to go through all these? Oh, I guess you don't. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Comfy. Blots, giggling, sticks lichen in front of all four of Hagram's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blots shushes you with a threatening scowl. You're not afraid of Blots. Okay. You jump on Hamrag's head and knock the lichen loose. He squeals and gasps, and then remembers he can breathe through his mouth. Yo, that's right, mouth breathers. Crisis averted. Hamrag glowers past his jowl, scowling as though you hadn't saved him. He roars and demands to know who plugged up his nose. Do I cover for Blots or do I tell the truth? Honesty's kinda good, but bravery, yo. Do you become a snitch? Yo. I'll cover for Blots. Hamrag seems to smell your lie. The monster traps you under a heavy rock and sits on it for a while as punishment. Blots approaches you afterward and offers a quiet thank you for protecting him. Yo, snitches get stitches, man. But I got stitches anyway, and I didn't snitch. You are halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Do I do the bravery? Well, the skull scares me. What does this do? Uh-oh. 3 gangly adolescent monsters wander into the cave and start poking gob claws with sticks. She tries to get away, but they surround her. Blistery tries to cry. Get involved. Approach the column. Yo, look at that picture. It looks man good. You gotta stand up to them, man. No way you can fight them all. Convince them to leave with words. Hey, pick up someone your own size. Or didn't you know the oldest monster is visiting the spawning back today? The bullies mosey out of the cave. Blistery whispers. Thank you. 3 days left. Spider. I guess spitters. Something is scurrying along the walls and the ceiling and the floor. Spiders as big and round as plates. They're swarming into the cave. You can't tell if they're friend or foe. Stay between them and the other monsterlings. When the lead spider sees what you're doing, it stops and bows to you. Bow to the spider. The courteous spider spreads his forelegs haplessly. So sorry to be a bother. We're a little lost. Can you help us get back to the whale mist? Spiders can talk? What? You tell the lead spider, go out that way, then turn left. Then just stay on the street until there isn't a street anymore. The spiders all thank you as they depart. Wait, there's a street monster? What the hell? Well, if we could make a spawning bed, I guess we could, rat. Oh, rat again. Some of the other monsterlings are stuffing slime and mushrooms into a rat's mouth. Nash invites you to join the fun. It's gonna go boom. That's horrible. You think it's bad? What are you gonna do about it? Rescue her. You step forward and kick the rat out of Nash's grip. She laughs and says, alright, a fight. You flee from her claws, bleeding. Lure her away. You forget Nash as your running feet carry you down a side passage. A trickle of moisture on one wall has created a huge patch of salt. Ooh, salt. It's so salty. Lick it. Lick it good. You lick the salt, then your wounds. Whoa, that stings, but the flavor is so intense you don't mind. Soon your cuts have healed. Is salting your wounds supposed to be good? I mean, it disinfects, right? That's the reason we salt meat. To preserve it. Back in the day. Okay, back to the Brood Cave. Return to the Brood Cave. Everyone asks why you're so happy, but for now, you keep the secret of your own personal salt lick. Last adventure. I guess we're gonna work on some bravery. Smart falls from a high ledge. He falls all the time. But wait, what's that? It's a big bat trying to gnaw pieces out of him. Gotta separate them without hurting. You run over and get between them. The bat emits a series of high-pitched squeaks and flies away. Smart emits a tired whine and slinks into shadows. Okay. Alright, we're out of here now. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Go with them. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of lurking pack leaders. Keep going. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Jump right in. You fall and fall some more. And fall and you're following. And the other monsters are following? Yes, some of them are crying. Can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, falling. Try to cushion them. Oof, you don't see who you helped. Whoever it is rolls away into the thick fog without a word. Gratitude's unearned. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. You should take charge. The other monsterlings are watching you curious. Help everyone work together. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon you have all convened in the cave full of even thicker mist. Where is everyone? Can't see each other. The chamber swirls with mist, fog, smoke, vapor. Except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts. Hundreds of them. Large and small. They're everywhere. Ooh, spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Stand fast. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Yes, this is scary. Your answer echoes back to you. Louder and louder. You crouch down trying to hide from the noise and fall unconscious. Sleep for a while. Here's how you're doing. Yo, no respect? Come on, guys. Nobody respects me? I'm such a nice guy, though. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. What should you be doing now? The more brave, clever, ferocious, and kind and honest you are, the more other monsters will grow to respect you. Gain enough respect and you might someday affect important world events. Alright, you wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Start living as an adolescent monster. Enter the big bad world. What the hell is this? Brood Cave. Only 8 days till you become, venture in town. We're doing this again. The three-eyed goat, what is this? You hear a bleeding sound from inside the scrape goat's pit. Is it the scrape goat? Of course it is. Bleeding is what goats do. Well, good. The scrape goat walks out of its pit, looks around and bleats again. Nash says, it wants a fight, let's give it one. See what's really bothering it. The scrape goat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again. Looking into the pit, you can see there is no food anywhere. Oh well. Nash shoves you and says, I said, let's give it a fight. I ask her to nod. Nasha seems confused by your request, but she nods and backs up and says, I'm not promising I won't fight the goat tomorrow, though. Get some food for it. Scrounge some edible greens from Hamrag. Hamrag's garden, then use it to lead the goat into its pit. The goat is satisfied and nobody got hurt. See, it's the perfect solution. Spiders are back. Let's see what's up with them. Find Bliss Tree crouched in the forest, petting a rather furry spider. It doesn't look too good. In fact, it's not moving at all. Oh. Examine the spider. The spider is furry, but it should be furrier. Patches of its stiff hair are falling out. Its eyes are dull. And did it just cough? You didn't know spiders could cough. I mean, they can talk in this universe, so I don't see why they can't cough. Oh, did it freeze? I will be very sad if it freezes. Oh no, there you go. I'm so confused right now. Oh, zoom. Oh? Oops. Oh. That's weird. Did I just... Huh, did I just skip something? Hold on, let me see. Can you save? I guess you can't. Alright. What is it? Teeth? What is this? Squeak thud. Squeak thud. Squeak thud. You follow the odd sound until you find Gobclaws. She's dragging a dusty, broken wagon back home. Looks like hard work. Ask something. Okay, there you go. Ask her what's in a wagon. The wagon's full of more wagon pieces. I might be able to put it back together. Can you help me? From her limp, you gather she has a busted leg at the moment. Wow. Flex your claws, still not fully healed from a recent fight. You can hurt yourself if you help her. Help her pull it. It's easier to move with both of you helping. Gobclaws thanks you, and the two of you enlist the Scorpio to help even more. Oh, good. It remembers you. The go is strong enough to give you a wagon ride once the wheels are on, and he does. Singing contest. What is this? Gobclaws has found a human artifact, a black circle. Is it stereo? She shows it to you very carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Try to suss out its purpose. You hold up the black circle, looking at it, and tapping on it with your claws, and tasting with your claw. Your tongue. Gobclaws says, I already tried that. Must be a hat. Put it on your head. Oh, it's a headphones, I guess? Thanks. The other monsters are impressed by your impromptu fashion show. Gobclaws thanks you as she takes back her new hat and waddles away. Well, we know humans exist in these universe too. Greed Blitz walks past your stoop. He stops, coughing and tilting his head, proudly showing his Bale's pal hat. It makes him look ridiculous. What's Bale's pal? Some human sport baseball, involving large wooden bats. It's something you could see making an appearance in monster culture. Ask him about the hat. Greedbliss says, I gave a talking fox a whole bushel of rabbits for it. He said it's what all the smartest humans are wearing these days. Monster walks by, pointing and snickering at the ridiculous chapeaus they do. Do I want to be honest? Gently tell him the truth. Greedbliss beams, misinterpreting your intention. A duck's face I stole from the humans. He moves away to show others. Alright. Some more adventures in town. Ooh, what is this? Mupsy Moral slithers up to you and says, I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me. Mupsy Moral. Mushroom. Who? Mupsy Moral is an elder monster who's been around for a long, long time. She prints the Omen Harbinger, a short newspaper for monsters. They have newspapers too? Talk to Mupsy. Hamrag was baking a special 6 pork pie. Made from 6 kinds of pig, you know? A delicacy. What's so delicate about 6 pigs? They were roast suckling piglets, so tender, juicy, and flavorous. Not sure that's a word. The pie was cooling on a windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nash was seen nearby before. But not after this. The vanishing. What do you think about this? To be honest? Or do I not snitch? Is it time to weave a tail? Ah, oh wow, your stats can go down. You make up a story about another thief. Well, I smelled pork not too long ago and right about then. Probably a stranger from Gru. He ran away when he saw me. He must be the thief. That's the ticket. Kindness mixed. Mupsy greets your tale of a visiting thiefly figure with interest. I'll warn everyone to watch out for strangers in Omen. How many more? 3 days left? Okay. What's this? You're heading home with dead rabbit you found. Suddenly a fox appears. He sides you up and asks, you're gonna eat all of it? Examine the fox. Most talking foxes are fatter and better fed than their stupid cousins, but this one's lean. You can see his ribs under his unkempt fur. Share the rabbit with the fox. You tear the rabbit in 2 pieces. It splits unevenly. One chunk has most of the meat, and the other is a bunch of tendons and skin. The fox looks up hungrily. Give him the good chunk. You and the fox enjoy the delicious rabbit. Crunchy. Well, it's not upping my kindness anymore, so I need to find some conflict, I guess? Outside your house, Nash charges from a nearby bush and sends you tumbling. Challenge, she screams at the top of her voice. It's on. Man, we sure have a lot of adventures, Nash. Square off. Asha swings and misses. You lunge forward and knock her out. The day is yours. You look around proudly, but no one notices your little scuffle. What's the teeth do? I wonder if this thing's a bit misaligned or something. Yeah. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town. Though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. What glorious weather. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, squirrels are squirreling things away in their squirrel homes. Keep walking, bravery. You don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going on to hurt you out here? A squirrel? A tree? Something bad's gonna happen. Hey, what was that? You think you see a bear? Or is it a human? Well, more bravery. You soon forget the sound of a snapping twig. It was probably a friendly badger or a clumsy bear. Silly old bear. Keep walking. Good idea. Don't wanna get caught. Alright, adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yes. It's not as fun as it sounds, kids. It's not as fun as it sounds. You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. What? Who? The where? Why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods. We have an adolescent. We have a ritual for adulthood? The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. You're deciding what best defines you as a monster. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. What's happening? This is the end of your adolescence. Your body becomes tougher, and other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen to you when you speak. Okay. The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you. Okay, what do they want from you now? You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. So what, does a monster need respect to grow up? You can become an adult without earning respect, but when the time comes, all too soon, to become an elder, you resolve and pass away without it. So they pass on their genetic memories? You see concern in some of their faces. Okay, what are they giving? It's immediately clear that you are very kind for a monster. So nice of them to think so. You're sent into the goat pit to groom the scapegoat. The goat is unusually unruly and angry today. Let the goat freak out, then calmly groom it. It requires kindness. You let the scapegoat butt you with its horns until it's tired, then use your claws like clippers. You give it a nice trim and pick off some tasty parasites. The crowd is impressed. They're impressed with your generosity. Everyone eats a parasite or two and smiles. Okay, getting some respect now. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood. Time to earn some respects. Politic with other monsters. Oh, these spiders. Today is the race of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town. Let's do this. Did your spider hurt a leg this morning? It's a noble race. Watch with your spider. Your spider watch from the stands. The spider sucks the butter out of a piece of popcorn and gives you 4 tiny thumbs up at once. She rubs her healing leg and says, next year is the year if a bird doesn't eat me. Okay. What's this? Balfrog, and Gritmitten are arguing in the street over a cat. They both want kitty croquets for lunch. Sounds yummy, so what's the problem? Ugh. Balfrog says he caught the cat, but Grimmin says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as a neutral party to decide. Trying to make everyone happy. Balfrog holds the cat close, stroking it absently. The cat mews and rubs his head against its chitinous gripper. You're able to persuade Balfrog to give Grimmin the cat's tail, so there's something. Grimmin thanks you for your intercession. Alright. 12 days left. Found something injured? The spine doctor is treating 2 injured monsters in the Portent Square. Watch. She breaks off her own little quills and uses them like sewing needles. A little iron pot boils over a small fire. But it's just water. The doctor seems to have run out of something. Who's this, the doctor? She's Marinus' cousin twin, and has many pointy bits all over her body. She is an ancient monster, older than an elder, and has healed the sick for many years. Okay. Offer to get involved. You join the spine doctor who accepts your help approvingly. How will you help her? Hold the cuts closed while the doctor prepares the medicine. It's sticky work, but you pinch shut the wounds and staunch the bleeding long enough for the doctor to ready a healing salve. All of Omen is abuzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone, then look back at the broken sign in the town gate. You look down at the little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Wait, what did you do again? Coming back from a hunt, you were so full of high spirits that you jumped up and slapped the sign. You just slapped a little too hard with your claws. Okay. Bliss-Tree spots the bit of sign you're holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you're broken. It'll get fixed. This wall will blow over. It's just an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Bygones will be bygones. What's she going on? Bliss-Tree is often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes humans' cliches. All of them. I can take care of those. Look, I took a bit of the sign too, and then I can slip some into Varrock's hair when he isn't looking. Nobody ever believes him, since he's always lying and stealing things. Nope, come forth and admit it. All the gathered elders scowl at you. They take turns chewing you out, which for monsters is a more literal expression than you might expect. Ragged and bleeding, you creep back to your hovel to kneel. Take solace in the fact your honor is intact. You messed up, but you told the truth. Everyone will remember that. Oh, look at the tears. The tears. It's a scream along, sing along. Everyone's screaming. Loudest monster wins. Scream, sing, scream, sing. You're totally going to break some windows in eardrums. But why are all those monsterlings here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears. Sing quietly. You're hungry and brave, and hungry. You sing along of this truth so well. You sing of this truth so well, all the other monsterlings are moved to tears. All the other monsters are moved. You don't win any prizes, but none of the monsterlings are hurt. Huzzah! Mind you, it takes more than that to actually damage even a monsterling. What is this disgruntled expression? Gobclaw shows off a human doll she found in the last hunt. A crowd of elders and other monsters gather around you, chattering excitedly. She asks if you think it might be good to show the doll to some of the monsterlings. Let them see a human-shaped thing without actually seeing a real human, you know? Educational. Absolutely. Because Gobclaw can see you're bringing some science here. She hangs on to your words, and so does the rest of the crowd. They should know what a human looks like, so they don't freeze the first time they see a real one. Gobclaw, good point. We want the young ones to avoid humans, but not to be so frightened they do anything foolish. Cleverless maxed! Max! Gobclaw says, you're wiser than me. The rest of the monsters nod half-heartedly, but you can tell they appreciate your insight. Start exploring the whale nest? I guess half and half, right? So I'll get to 6 left, and then I'll do the thing. Find Blotz hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Some kind of riddle? Before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. Trying to fix it. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated. More complicated than anything a monster has ever made. And that includes monsterlings. Wheels and cogs and gears and levers. Keep poking at the clock. Even though it's so complicated, you might get your claws caught inside, or get a spring in the eye, or accidentally hurt Blotz, or hurt Blotz on purpose for that matter. Nah, keep it safe. Can you fix it? You smile and say no, but I can keep it. He whines a little as you walk away, but he doesn't try to stop you. One more. Food. Gobclaws and you are arguing about what to have for lunch. She got to pick last time. Suddenly, your favorite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. The magpie chirps. Have either of you seen a cornfield around here? Your stomach growls. It's tough, but help the bird. Through gritted teeth and a sheen of sweat, you coolly tell the bird where to find a human cornfield. After it flies off, Gobclaws asks you why you did that. Because it'll be tastier someday when it's eaten lots of corn. Explain that one should help anyone when asked, so the favor might be passed along. She nods at you. Sage thought. Someday I might need help and that magpie could give it. But we still need to get a real meal. Okay. Alright, go explore. Whoa, sword. Whoa, these are some dangerous things. Oh, that's a happy look, right? A flock of geese are in the square. No honk. One can talk honk above the din honk. Nash Nash screams. The last one to drive them away is the loser. She's on that human scooter she found. Hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own. Turn to Hamrock's hovel and steal or borrow the fox pelt used as a doormat. Let's gear up. Plonking it on your head, you run towards the geese, growling and yipping. The geese swarms you. Uh-oh, you can think of 2 good actions. Fury and fear unite! Attack! You bite a goose in 2 and grab 3 more, creating a tornado of feathers. Nash Nash jumps off the scooter to join in the feast. She admits mouthful. You win. Oh, she said. Okay. Ooh, I like the ooh faces. You and Grobclaws come along across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. Is the Mortal Kombat demon playing right now? Get involved in this buggy battle. As you reach for the bugs, Grobclaws holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Silly Grobclaws. Monsters fear not such things. Go ahead and interfere. Shrug off, Grobclaws. Get back to what you were doing. Get a really close look. Oh no. Achoo. Insects and wheat go flying and you're filled with a sense of joy. Gehun, says the smoke. Oh no, you actually lose respect. Spy a wolf pacing outside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat caves. Attack the wolf while his back is turned. He hears you and bolts. Chase him down. Give a good chase, but only manage to snag his tail away before we run out of steam. Nice. A tail, a bit gristly. Still not a bad meal. A pack of monsters sets out to capture the honeyed bee, a special swarm that carries its hive along in small pieces. The sweet odor of rich honey is everywhere along the forest trails. Blistering, me first, and I'm not sharing either. It's every monster for herself today. Nash Nash nods and flexes her claws and everyone splits up. You take a nap in the shadow of a thicket of trees. Awakened by the approach of buzzing wings, you jump into the swarm and escape with a delicious honeycomb. 2 more days left. You're following a deer into the forest when the trails come out an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoofprints look strange, like the deer double back, walking backward in his own tracks. It's a trap. Okay, so what do you do about a small monster? Turn the trap against the deer. Walk into the cave and find Hamrag taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability. Oh man, Hamrag! Hasn't seen him in a while. When he's awakened. Twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeting. Draw the deer closer. You shriek and crouch, readying your claws. Hamrag starts to wake up. The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap. You catch it by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You kill it with a single swipe of your claws. That'll teach it. I mean, how? He's dead. This is pretty dark, man. Hamrag stumbles out of the cave, half asleep but ready to fight. You mollify the huge monster with half the deer carcass. Hamrag says, hey, you can wake me up any time if it's going to be with a meal like that. You and Nash Nash encountered a proud bear. This is an honor and a problem. The proud bear is kill monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you. Consider the bear. The bear is so potent that it deserves capital letters when being referred to. He shines from within, radiating a light invisible to the eye, but plain to the heart. Wow, people really respect this guy. Should I formulate a plan of attack? The bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you have shattered your intentions. He stands on his hind legs, gives you a little bow. Bow to him. Bear nods. Nash Nash squeals with delight at this exchange of honor. She says, this is gonna be good. Bear seems to read it. Okay. Yo, pack tactics. Bear fights efficiently and is almost a match for you and Nash Nash. You're and Nash Nash frantic claw swipes. You see an inn. Pounce! You leave, making every blow the best you've thrown. The proud bear counters them all, genuinely trying to end you, until he stops. Suddenly, he's lying there before you, helpless. Leave the bear be. Back off and let the bear get up. He bows low to you and then totters off. Back in Omen, Nash regales everyone with tales of your bravery. Wait. Oh. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Go see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you your time is almost up. Soon you'll reach the end of adulthood, and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happens to monsters who dissolve? Their bodies melt in the spawning vat, where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. Okay, what happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monsterkind. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? Spine doctor says there is a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. Learn more about the treatment. The treatment involves an extract taken from the tentacle ferns that grow in the whale mist. We'll get a fur. Following the spine doctor's direction. Wait, how's that a coward? Well, I mean, it's cowardly to not want to die, but you know, you can pick a fern. Wade through a thicket of sticky green coils, letting them brush aside against your hide until one latches firmly in place. That means it's ripe. You snip the fern with your claws. What's that sound? There's a little monster link. Try not to notice. Stop for a while. The little monster asks, "Why are you dripping so much slime?" Explain about dissolution. The young monster seems terrified at the thought of dissolving. She says, "It's not fair. Animals live much longer than we do, and humans live longer still. Tell her it's natural for monsters and nothing to fear." You remind her that this is the cycle of life and that it's always been this way. We carry in us the remnants of thousands of monsters who came and went before us. She seems reassured. Explain about ascendance. You point back toward Omen, and it's not over for everyone. If the other monsters respect you enough, you can live on as an elder, to share your wisdom directly, and help care for the monsterlings. "I'd like to do that," she says. "Is that what you're going to do?" Oh, I can choose to ascend? Damn, okay. Once you take your medicine. You explain you take a few more things to do, but then you're going back to the spawning vat. She nods sadly and leaves you to your task. Change your mind and go home without it. Doctor smiles as you turn to leave, so you accepted your fate. That's for the best. A group of elders is seen waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Go with them. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Let's go. Be tested. Try to ascend into elder status. A masked elder comes forward. It's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drips of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. Is that blood or slime? Can't be sure. It depends on how much she respects you. Go on. The masked elder asks, "Who has already decided the fate of this monster?" A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claw." Look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration. The masked elder says, "We will test your cleverness. Be tested." The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, then performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says, "Now you do it." Copy every dancing movement. "Yeah, you are a dancing fiend." Polite applause washes across the cloud. You knew you could do it. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Choose the next stone. As you reach for the stone, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realize you can peek under the stones if you're quick. Resist the temptation. You wait a moment, the shrieking dies away. All the elders turn back to watch you. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The masked elder says, "Honesty. But you have just passed that test." Wait, if your monster is and you're violent and stuff, why do they value honesty? I mean, I guess it's a collective group thing. You hold the cauldron which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. Drink the portentous infusion. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. You drink the bubbling concoction and belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You're an elder now. Aha. You are now an elder. You are welcome in Snack, the oldest of the monster towns. Oh, we have more than one town? In this stage in life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Journey to Carmen? What is this? You'll hug each other. You're hiding in a shiny wood building. Two humans are holding hands in front of another human. Oh, they're getting married, probably? He makes a lot of noise about a witness, the other two disappointed. Do I have bravery? I don't know, what's my bravery? Well, the kindness definitely works out. I'm not super brave. Quietly seek out another human to be a witness. Let's go. Sneak into the yard outside where another human is gardening. You make polite coughing noises until he puts the hoe down a couple of them, draw him into the building. He follows you towards the room with the other humans. He pauses and looks down at his filthy gardening clothes, then at the nice clean floor. Get him to help. You reach up to pat the human on the back and make reassuring noises. He's hesitant, but nods and kicks his boots off. Okay. His socked feet makes no sounds as he approaches the other humans to bear witness. As you leave, he winks at you. That is grand. The extra human doffs his hat and stands patiently while others talk and kiss. Everyone is very happy, and you made it happen. Oh, okay. Okay. So, if I guess politicking with your own people helps you view humans better, and the other venturing outside is how them help view you. You're arguing with Elder Yamek, who is older, much older than you, but a little slow in the uptake. She insists that humans don't farm chickens. Explain that they do, in fact, farm chickens. You go on about how plump and delicious the chickens become under human protection, and how many eggs they produce in the wooden nest boxes. Ymir rolls her eyes, unimpressed. Bring back a chicken from a farm is proof. You sneak off, but there's a human standing in the field between you and a chicken coop. It's looking your way. There it is. Oh. Oh, damn. Didn't work. Grimmitten shouts, "Might makes right." Profok replies, "Not always. We should talk more, like the humans do." Agree with Profok. Is honest. You explain how humans can come to a decision as a group without smashing or biting anybody. The other elders are intrigued by your words. When you start describing voting, they lose interest, but they agree that words hold great power. Let me see if I can help. You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly, you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. Now's your time to shine. That's the spirit. What will you do? Be like the spine doctor. Dr. Hergood requires kindness. You lay her down on her back gently and feel her belly. This rumbling calls for milkweed, a sure settler of such complaints. Are you sure she's not just pregnant? Well, go find some. You dash into the park where you find a few pods of the stuff. Using your claw, you cut open the pod and drain the contents into the human's mouth. See what happens. She moans and tries to push you away, but you hold her still and keep the medicine coming, just like the spine doctor taught you. Success! The human is soon standing unaided. Other humans come to help her, but she hardly needs her assistance. Off you go. Advanced neurosurgery plus 15. The human brushes milkweed fluff from her chin and she looks around for a savior. You're sure she's watching as you loop away. Greed Blitz, puffed up with multi-syllabic importance, addresses the other elders. My fellow monstermen, he begins, I propose we meet the humans halfway. No, I think we should learn from them and adopt human ways to become more civilized. Agree and explain some human innovations. You make a persuasive case. Under your tutelage, the others gathered elders learn much about organization governing the human way. You're splashing through rain gutters when you spy a human on the steps below. She snuffles and sobs into a tissue. A crumpled letter beside her. Help the human. You slide down a gutter and squat beside the human. She squeaks, then holds very still when you don't attack her. Okay. Finally, she says, "You want to know why I'm crying? My parents say I must marry Ernst. But I do not love him. I just wish he'd go away." Help her, no matter how dangerous they may be. She blinks away her tears and starts to laugh, then sees you're serious. She takes your claw in her hand and you go inside. Where two older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from you. Great, well begun is half done. The older humans calm themselves to listen to her for, you suppose, the first time. They agree to reconsider the wedding. The younger human smiles and squeezes you, not trying to choke you, just to show you how much she appreciates your help. Damn, these feel good. House? Blitztree proposes a new plan to keep an eye on the humans. What is it? We'll take over an abandoned house in Carmen, keep someone there at all times, and take extensive notes on everything they do. So we send a spy there? Several other elders seem to like the idea very much. They argue about where to establish their spy house. Though Carmen has many empty buildings. What shall we use? Suggest a place that will encourage understanding. The expedition sets out immediately, hiding in the unused upper floor of the library, they say. They observe humans reading and learning. How do you sneak a monster into that? Make sure they see that humans are smart. In a short time, several elders learn to read for the first time. They seem impressed with their unsuspecting human subjects. An older human and many children sit in rows in a hot, echoing room. The older human drones on while the children look at everything but him. The windows, the clock, even your hiding spot. What's the older human saying? He's telling them about lifeology. You know about that, but judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to find it very interesting himself. Step in and show him how to teach. You burst into the classroom and everyone stops to stare at you. For one precious moment, nobody does anything. Talk about the attitude behind doctoring. Requires kindness. You begin by telling them that one must know one's own heart to work with the hearts of others. The children listen as you go on about compassion and its use in healing. You explain how kindness is the only real virtue, the origin of all others, and by the time the class is over, you're hopeful that some of the children will go on to become doctors. Well, my man, I work in a hospital, and not all doctors are motivated by that. You leave, surrounded by thankful humans. What's this? You watch as an elderly human tries to fix his house. He looks up at the leaky roof with a sigh as it starts to rain and goes inside. How bad's the leak? Looks like a trickle of water will get into the attic from the storm. It might do some damage to the elderly human's house. He also left his tools out. How brave am I? This is guaranteed, but I'm pretty brave too. Let's just do the kindness. Clap, gloop, gloop. You cover the tools with your finest slime. As you leave, you notice the human at a window looking down at his slimy tools. He scratches his head, but you're fairly sure he's smiling. Your fellow elders debate. Are humans more dangerous now? It's time to reveal ourselves. The air grows still. Birds stop singing. The silence is reverential. You turn and see the oldest monster sitting on a hovel roof, dwarfing it. It's watching you. The oldest monster tilts its huge head and raises one of its 3 scaly eyebrows. Emit fear, but you must learn more. You explain that fear is no excuse for ignorance, especially as the latter can cure the former. The other elders applaud. The oldest nods? Maybe? Upside down face. What is this place? You're in a dark, dank, woody room that smells like old jaggery. Mosey on in. Humans sit at a long counter and drink what looks like foamy cider. They seem sad and a little confused. Ah, a drinking place. It's a bar. After a bit, you can see there's a stool open, so you climb and plop down on it. One of the humans start muttering about his problems. Strike up a conversation with a human. My wife just took my jellyfish, and my dog just ran away. He goes on and on about what sounds like a pretty awful situation. Give him some gentle but tough love. His problems are real. He can't stop betting on some kind of bowl, though. You don't know what was in the bowl. You tell him he can deal with them himself if he's strong. Keep at it. He listens, caught by the passion in your voice, and eventually nods. Yeah, I can do it. I know I can. The human pays for your drink, which is a relief, as you have no human money. You're walking down an alley with a new paintbrush, almost new, fresh from a garage, when suddenly, it's there, a human. Its face is red and angry. It's coming right at you. Stop, drop, and roll. It's just confusing them. You also a little. Its face is red and it's angry, coming at you. Angry humans are bad news. Human growls in deep voice. You came to the wrong neighborhood, monster. I'll teach you a lesson, good and proper. Mid fear is about a coming human-monster conflict. You try it, but excitement and fear fire your tongue's natural glibness, and you can't help but spin a skein of lies. The human seems to recognize this and drives you away with a swift kick. Oh, it failed? I have maximum. I don't have maximum honesty. How about bravery? Oh, my bravery is actually higher than my honesty. Damn. Okay. You're investigating a stack of crates in the alley. You hear a shriek. Wait, it's a small child. He runs in, followed by 3 slightly larger ones. The small one jumps behind the crates to hide, next to you. Small one hidden. Human view monsters maxed. Like many stupid alpha animals, the bullies get bored quickly and leave. The child turns to go, but just before he does, he gives you a tentative hug. Shirt covered in slime, he leaves. Oh, 2 days left to max human view. Scheming time. You and some other elders are conversing when Virok walks up, proudly holding a toaster. Funny, you have a toaster just like that. Wait a minute, that's your toaster. Hey. Rock crows, look what I found at the bus stop. We can take whatever we want from the humans. Clay monsters and humans both value truth. Virok tries to flee, but the other monsters stop him. You take back your toaster and step on his head for good measure. He says you're lying, but they trust you more than they trust him. Wow, we're at 100% now. Jaggery drinks deep from a jar of cider. He belches and the air goes weary. Watch the ferocious elder as he drinks some more. Jagger raises one called humans. Humans are stupid. Lazy, worthless, stupid. I'll fight any monster who tells otherwise. Smart humans brought us cider. Big monster hadn't thought of that. Dragon gets very serious very quickly. The other monsters nod as they consider this important fact. Blow their minds just a bit. You say, and if they thought of that, what else have they thought of? That's it. As you walk through Portent Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you built up your reputation. You are quite well respected. Yes, quite well respected indeed. Though monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past, your work towards improving relations has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like him. Well done, grand. Meanwhile, humans who once hated all monster kind come to understand that monsters aren't terrible, evil things. Rumor has it that humans think pretty well of you. Shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling about in a great mob. What is it? Bloss drops on humans are coming this way. Blistry says, that's wonderful, we can talk to them. It's true, relations have been warming up. Both monsters and humans meet deep in the whale mist. There's considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Everyone wants to talk, but nobody wants to make the first move. Only some monsters spoke up. Yes, only a few of the other elders are looking at you, strangely enough. Welcome to humans as friends. Everyone breathes as a sigh of relief as you put your best claw forward. It's the first step of a long journey, a journey on which monster and human will cooperate in all things. What happened next? Oh, yo, money! Why teeth? That's so weird. The end. And so monsters and humans worked, lived, and played together for many happy generations to come. Hooray for the future. Yep. That's it! Got a badge. Oh, wow, it's the whole game. Well, it was free for, it was part of the Humble Bundle anyway. I had fun. It's a fun little storytelling game.